Welcome to WCRI's Kids Hour. Whether you're a child, teen, young adult, or just young at heart, we hope to show you a world filled with music and the arts. It's all around us. It's in your favorite cartoons, TV shows, movies,
inconceivable,
video games, musicals, theme parks, and so much more. It's everywhere. During this show, we'll explore the many ways music and the arts are a part of everyday life, and maybe even get a visit from a special guest from time to time.
You don't say!
So, come along with us as we learn and have fun, but most of all, we'll enjoy lots and lots of wonderful music. WCRI's Kids Hour is brought to you by Newport Classical. Newport Classical has brought memorable concerts and inspired programs to some of the most beautiful venues in Newport and the surrounding area. For more information on Newport Classical or to donate, please visit newportclassical.org. Oh, we better go. I hear the orchestra getting ready for today's show.
Hello, kids, parents, young adults, and young at heart. My name is Jamie, and we are back once again with another WCRI's Kids Hour. I'm here with my co-host this week, Spencer. How are you today, Spence?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Well, the concert hall doors are closed and the orchestra is ready, so let's start the show. Spence, what do we have in store for everyone today?
Before we get started, we would like to thank our sponsors. None of what we do is possible without the generous support from the Carter Family Charitable Trust, the EJMP Fund for Philanthropy, the Grubin Foundation, and other generous supporters just like you. Thanks! My dad used to play the saxophone, and my brother currently plays as a member of the Syracuse Marching Band at Syracuse University. We thought it would be fun to listen to different pieces of music played by saxophone quartets and ensembles.
I grew up playing the saxophone and it was so much fun. Well, we have lots of music to get to today, so let's get started with the show. The saxophone was invented by the Belgian instrument maker Adolphe Sax in the early 1880s. Saxophones are made in various sizes, and saxophone players are called saxophonists. A saxophone quartet is a musical ensemble composed of 4 saxophones, typically a soprano, alto, tenor, and a baritone saxophone. Different saxophones are switched in to provide a larger range and a variety of tone colors. We will hear from a quartet of saxophones later that is not made up of the typical soprano, alto, tenor, and baritone saxophones, so you can hear what they sound like. The first 2 pieces we will have you listen to today are from a group called the Moanin Frogs. Here's the first song called Sleepwalker.
The Moanin Frogs takes an electrifying approach to chamber music. Conservatory-trained and entertainment-minded, their dynamic and technically precise performances of classical, ragtime, jazz, and pop delight fans across the world. They have performed at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., on Detroit Public Television, in Strasbourg, France, and as concerto soloist with the United States Air Force Band of the West. Here's a song we all know and love, Bohemian Rhapsody by the Moanin Frogs.
The Royal City Saxophone Quartet was formed in 1991 in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. The group has carved its own niche in the genre of ragtime. Their recordings Ragtime for Rent and Ticklin' Time have enjoyed worldwide appeal and have been featured on CBC Radio, on commercial classical stations, and on national public radio in the U.S. Concert tours have taken the group to ragtime and jazz festivals throughout Canada and the United States. Before we take our first break, let's listen to two ragtime pieces by the group. First, Pineapple Rag, and then Maple Leaf Rag by Royal City Saxophone Quartet. We'll take a quick break and be back with more of WCRI's Kids Hour.
Hi, I'm Trevor Neal, Director of Artistic Planning for Newport Classical. I'm pleased to announce and invite you to join us for the 2024 Newport Classical Music Festival. This year will feature world-class artists and 27 concerts held in 11 historic venues over 18 days featuring 120 artists. Highlights of the 2024 Newport Classical Festival include opening night with a dynamic and inspiring Sphinx Virtuosi featuring cellist Thomas Mesa, a sensational recital by acclaimed violinist Anna Kiko Myers, performances by Chanticleer, Canadian Brass, A Far Cry with Kenan Azme and Danuk Vijayratne, the Boston-based Handel and Haydn Society, two enchanting evenings with Tony Award-winning Broadway star Laura Benanti, Isidore String Quartet, Public Quartet, Pulang Trio with accordionist Han Jiwang, solo percussionist with vocalist and Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Caroline Shaw, and more. Tickets for the general public go on sale April 10th. To discover more of this exciting season, visit newportclassical.org. Newport Classical, timeless music for today.
And we're back with WCRI's Kids Hour, where this week we're celebrating the saxophone with saxophone quartets and ensembles. Spence, what's next?
The Royal City Saxophone Quartet has many Renaissance, Baroque, and classical transcriptions to enhance their many performances, and plenty of ragtime, jazz, and swing selections as well. These next two pieces will be familiar to you. We'll first hear Bill Bailey, then The Entertainer by Royal City Saxophone Quartet.
The San Francisco Chronicle says of this next group, these guys are artists. Founded in 1977 and playing on the streets of San Francisco since 1989, the San Francisco Saxophone Quartet went international with a concert tour of Japan and worldwide distribution of their Tales of the City album. The quartet uses transcriptions of classical music from all eras along with original compositions. Arrangements make use of the 4 saxophones, or 3 saxophones plus piano or harpsichord. The effect is magical and glorious. Here are 2 popular classical pieces played by San Francisco Saxophone Quartet. The first, Water Music, and the second, Clair de Lune. And we'll take another quick break and be back with more of WCRI's Kids Hour.
Hi, I'm Trevor Neal, Director of Artistic Planning for Newport Classical. I'm pleased to announce and invite you to join us for the 2024 Newport Classical Music Festival. This year will feature world-class artists and 27 concerts held in 11 historic venues over 18 days featuring 120 artists. Highlights of the 2024 Newport Classical Festival include opening night with a dynamic and inspiring Sphinx Virtuosi featuring cellist Thomas Mesa, a sensational recital by acclaimed violinist Anna Kiko Myers, performances by Chanticleer, Canadian Brass, A Far Cry with Kenan Azme and Danuk Vijayratne, the Boston-based Handel and Haydn Society, 2 enchanting evenings with Tony Award-winning Broadway star Laura Benanti, Isidore String Quartet, Public Quartet, Pulang Trio with accordionist Han Jiwang, solo percussionist with vocalist and Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Caroline Shaw, and more. Tickets for the general public go on sale April 10th. To discover more of this exciting season, visit newportclassical.org. Newport Classical, timeless music for today.
And we're back with WCRI's Kids Hour, where this week we're playing music played on the saxophone by Saxophone Quartets and Ensembles. Okay, Spence, you're up.
The Low Quartet is by Michael Gordon and arranged by Sergeant First Class Brian Sakawa. This piece is an excerpt from the Saxophone Standard. The members who play this piece are from the United States Army Field Band. They are the premier touring musical representatives for the United States Army. Its 4 main components, the concert band, soldiers chorus, jazz ambassadors, and the volunteers, travel thousands of miles each year presenting a variety of music to audiences throughout the nation and around the world. Here's a song we told you we would play that highlights the lower sounds of the saxophone family. This is the Low Quartet, played by members of the United States Army Field Band.
That was definitely different than the other pieces we have heard. I'm going to sneak one more piece in here before we get to our last piece of the day. This one's a fun one we played on a past show about video games. It's played by the group Quadra, and it's the Super Mario Brothers theme. This last piece is played by the Strasbourg Saxophone Ensemble, which has 9 saxophones in the group. This piece is known for being played on the violin, but it is masterfully handled by this ensemble, and at times it's even hard to tell that it's being played by saxophones and not actual violins. This is Winter from the Four Seasons, played by Ensemble des Saxophones de Strasbourg.
Man, you gotta love the saxophone. Well, before we go, we would like to thank our sponsors one more time. None of what we do is possible without the generous support from the Carter Family Charitable Trust, the EJMP Fund for Philanthropy, the Grubin Foundation, and other generous supporters just like you. Thanks!
Well, that's it for another episode of WCRI's Kids Hour. Make sure you support and enjoy the music and the arts wherever and whenever you can. We'll see you next time, everyone.
Wow, that was so fun! I wonder what we'll listen to on the next show. Thank you for listening to WCRI's Kids Hour, and we'll see you again real soon. WCRI's Kids Hour is brought to you by Newport Classical. Newport Classical has brought memorable concerts and inspired programs to some of the most beautiful venues in Newport and the surrounding area. For more information on Newport Classical or to donate, please visit newportclassical.org. Gotta run! The concert hall doors are about to close. See you later!